What's up, my guys, and welcome back to this god-awful show. I'm your host, Cody, and I'm sorry if y'all see me sweating, but I live in Oklahoma, and it's hotter than a billy goat's ass running through a pepper patch, and my AC is out. You gotta be shitting me, but like I said, I am from Oklahoma, and y'all already know I got a brother that works in that there HVAC department. But I let him know what was going on. He said, hell, when you go outside, is that some bitch still running? I said, it sure is. He said, hell, you just gotta get you one of them little goddamn megalodons in there, and we gonna get that fixed up, go on your way. How you doing? And all it's gonna cost me is the money for the part, whatever the hell it was called, and a 30 rack of Busch Light. How you doing? Keep it moving. But enough about all that. Let's talk some damn wrestling. Now, what we do here on the show, the Wrestling Report Card, is I take a wrestling show. I break down every match. I give them each a letter grade, and at the end, I tell them some bitches up to get that show its own report card. And tonight, we're going to take the August 11th edition of Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to shine it up real nice. Turn that some bitch sideways, and let's get to grading, my guy. But first, we got our trivia question of the night. Who was the first wrestler ever to win both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships? And no, it ain't Santina Marella, I can tell you that much. Let me know your answers down in the comments below. But now, let's jump into the episode. We kicking this sumbitch off with Charlotte Flair going one-on-one with Asuka. Now, these ladies were out there beating the absolute dog shit out of each other. Charlotte hits a massive spear. Then next thing you know, out comes the brand new champ, Io Sky, along with the rest of Damage Control. And they weren't here just to observe, brother. I tell you what. These three ladies jumped in, laying waste to both competitors before walking off, ending the match in a double DQ. And I tell you what, my favorite part of all of this was that they made Io Sky front and center of that group as opposed to Bayley. You already know that's going to lead to some drama there. I can't wait for that. But for what we just saw, I'm going to slap a B on that sumbitch. I thought that was a pretty strong showing for Io's first night as champion. But we got to keep the ball moving. Up next, we got AJ Styles going one-on-one with Karrion Kross. And man, they hate this man on the Twitter, don't they? I really don't get it. I don't think he's half bad. Now, these two were out there going back and forth. When we came back from the break, Styles loaded up for the phenomenal forearm, but Kross transitioned nicely into the cross jacket. However, Styles escaped, and he reminded us why he's a legend. Because not only did he escape, he followed that up with a beautiful 450 splash off the ropes. And if it wasn't for Scarlett, Styles would have won there. But that damn Jezebel snuck Kross's foot up on the rope, which the ref saw and broke the pinfall. But Scarlett, you only delaying the inevitable. Now, she tried to get involved again, but thankfully, this time Mia Yim wiped her ass out. And then back in the ring, AJ hit the Styles Clash, and ain't nobody kicking out of that. My guy, I'm gonna slap a B+ on that sumbitch. Next thing you know, I'm naked sitting in my beanbag eating Cheetos with, by God, it's Edge. Edge is on the screen. He's here in Calgary. I mean, it's about time. So Edge said next week for my 25-year celebration in my hometown, I want to have a match. I want to have a match with someone I have never wrestled. Someone who is the reason that I'm back in the WWE after my neck injury. And that someone happens to be that big old pasty bastard that we all love. It's Sheamus. So Edge called that pale fucker out. You know Sheamus is always down for a fight. So he came down, and these two got in the ring and were just ribbing the hell out of each other until Sheamus got serious and told us his story about how Edge was the one in 2014 who motivated the Irish Bruiser to come back. And these two might have been silver tonight, but next week on SmackDown for the first time ever, and I mean ever, it will be Edge and Sheamus, and they're gonna beat the living shit out of each other and then go pound a pint of Guinness, because that's what men do. I gotta say, we are an odd creature. I'm gonna give you that. I understand. I'm gonna slap a B on that sumbitch, but now we gotta get back into some action, because up next, you got the megastar L.A. Knight, going up against who's hotter? Not nada. Top Dollar, with Michael Cole over here spitting bars and absolutely trashing Dollar on commentary, as is tradition. L.A. Knight, hit the BFT, and ain't nobody, kicking out of that. My guy, I tell you what, I was a pretty good squash match right there. I'm gonna slap a C+ on that sumbitch. Then, we were set to have a title match as Austin Theory was scheduled to defend that sumbitch against Santos Escobar. But as you saw earlier in the night, he attacked that sumbitch backstage, and if that wasn't enough, while Santos was making his entrance tonight, once again, it's Theory with another cheap shot, this time taking out Esco's knee, that dirty bastard. So Theory thought he was set for an early night and an easy paycheck, but Scrap Daddy Pierce came out and said, nah, he ain't having none of that, because tonight, you will defend that United States Championship, and it will be against the Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio. Now we get into the match, and Rey hit that sumbitch with a 619 to the lower back first, then drop kicked him into the ropes to set up for another one, but Theory caught him. He went to hoist him up, but that lower back came into play, preventing that. So Rey quickly capitalized and dialed it up one more time, and the third time is the charm, as Rey hit the 619, the frog splash, and new United States Champion in 2023, Rey Mysterio. That's what I'm talking about right there. I felt like a damn kid again when he raised that title in there. I tell you what, I jumped off that couch quicker than a one-legged man in the ass-kicking contest, but that's nonetheless. For that right there, I'm gonna slap a B+ on that sumbitch, but that's enough of the talk because it's time for the main event. After whooping his cousin's ass this past weekend, we got Roman Reigns coming to the ring, and I guess Paul Heyman got tired of lugging them other two straps around because tonight, Roman only came out with that brand new title, and I guess it's officially RIP to the Universal title. Man, let's take a moment, shall we? Moment had. Now, Roman came down to the ring and said, "Wise men, where is Jimmy?" And Paul was like, "I don't know. I tried to call him earlier, and when I talked to him, he was rather salty with me." And Roman didn't like that, but you know how wrestling works. Upon hearing his name, the camera panned over, and by God, it's Jimmy Uso. He stepped into the ring with Roman Solo and the Wise Man, and Roman just goes, "I'm gonna be honest. I owe you one, big dog. Anything you want, you name it. You want a brand new car? I got you. You want a new yacht? A jet? I got you." Shit, Big Oos, let me hold something, my guy. Now, Jimmy, he ain't that smart because he turned him down, and Roman was still trying to persuade him when that damn Traitors music hit, and out came Jay Uso. He got right up in Jimmy's face and said, "You better tell me why before I throw 37 years between us down the damn drain." And Jimmy quickly got on the mic and said, "You can hate me all you want, but I did it because I love you. I didn't do that out of jealousy. I did it because I didn't want you to become the tribal chief. Let all that get to your head, and then you end up exactly like him." Now, okay, Jim, I was on your side, but why all the animosity towards Roman? He has done nothing wrong in this entire situation. You know he has it. Anyways, after Jimmy said all of that, Jay ended up turning his back on his brother. Then Jimmy was like, "Screw that." He just walked out, and Roman on cue just started cracking up. I mean, what a dick, honestly. Now, Roman started getting on Jay's head about being a hothead and all that, but Jay didn't want to hear any of that. He loaded up, super kicked Roman, not once, but twice, loaded up again, and then hit the champ with a spear. Then Jay got the mic, got his brother Jimmy's attention, and Jay started walking towards him like he was gonna give him a hug, but psych, Jimmy, you can eat a super kick too. I tell you what, after wiping Jimmy and everybody else out, Jay then looked directly in the camera and said, "I'm out. I'm out of the Bloodline. I'm out of SmackDown. I'm out of the WWE. Deuces, ooses. Good riddance, bud." Nah, hopefully he ain't going anywhere, but this repackage for Jay Uso could be nice. I mean, shit, let's throw him over on Raw and let him run. Wow, that is main event Jay Uso we talking about, but you know who he ain't? That's right, the Tribal Chief. And you cannot lie, even if you don't like him, everything Roman Reigns has done in the last 3 years has had you glued, along with 3 other million people, if you don't agree with me, to the TV screens. That's the needle mover right there. How you doing, CM Punk? For that main event, I'm gonna slap an A- on that sumbitch. I'm sweating. I tell you what, it's hotter than... I've done too many of those tonight. It's too hot to even do one of those. But y'all know what the part of the show we've got to. We got all the grades in. Now let's take a look at the report card. My guy, after tallying everything up, we came out with a final letter grade of a B. That's right, an 85%. As y'all know, Triple H still cooking out there. I want to give a shout out to all of y'all, 12 of you, still tuning in. If you haven't already, man, please subscribe to the channel. That would be dope. If you don't, I still love you anyway. You can always throw a like, a comment, whatever you want to do. It's your world. I'm just living in it, okay? Also, as y'all know, got to give a shout out to, you know him, OG Bobby Knifeheart. Check him out on SoundCloud. Other than that, I'm your host, Cody. I'm signing off. I hope all you BEA beautiful people stay safe out there and have a nice day.